Hey there team, and welcome back to the Grey Havens. We weren't here too long ago, but the last time we were here was a Silmarillion battle, so hopefully you can forgive me for this. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 3, by the looks of things, with Pimp sending this one in. I was looking through the others and I was like, oh shoot, I could do that Moria battle, but I was like, I've actually, the last two battles I've done have both been ones that I was personally in, so I was like, no, let's hold fire. So when we usually have a defender battle, we will run through their army first, and then we'll have a quick glance over at the end as well. So we've got the Arthedain by Firewolf. He's playing as Imladris today. I do enjoy, I do like the Arthedain, and they are very, very good, but I've stated my opinion on Elite Spearmen quite a lot, you know, it is what it is. Noldor and Blade Masters from Pimp, they are definitely somebody that I've got no question about. I really do adore those guys. Zooming around this way, we have on the walls some Harad without an armor upgrade. Interesting. Imladris is very expensive, but you would normally think when you are defending, you're really going to be pumping in things as best as you can. But he might have an elite feel all across his roster, rather than just focused on certain parts of it. The Godhillim Inuar with an armor upgrade, so that's definitely something worthwhile, I feel. Further up here, I've never really looked at the top floor of that little building. That's quite nice. Arthedain is one of the defenders, so we'll get to some of his units momentarily. Eldarin archers here. Arthedain men-at-arms now. Then Eldarin spears and Harlindon infantry from Pimp's Lindon forces. Good pikes from Lindon we're seeing here, and sentries from Imladris too. Then dismounted Forest Era Knights. Hopefully we do get some human pikes as well from Arthedain. The Arthedain pikemen are certainly not too bad. A lot of dismounted Forest Era Knights. Methlon Swordmasters, Bruin and River Wards. Coming back on here, I think we are actually starting to... Oh, jeepers creepers. Oh no, okay, I don't want to crash. Wardens of the North there. Then Knights of Innuminus. We've got a Treb, Methlon Lancers. Jeepers. Whew, just come in carefully, boys. If I crash, this is totally my fault. Great company there. Anything really crazy we're seeing? Noldor and Guard. So many pikes. Yeah, we are seeing some Arthedain pikes. I think that's a good shout. Eldarin with spears. Men-at-arms there. Oh, good. We've got the Rockdor. Double Rangers from Living St. Clicks, and then double Wardens. I would... Oh, yeah, because Imladris doesn't have Rangers, so it's good that that everybody else has grabbed 2 units each. So that does mean 4 bloody Rangers. Okay, this could be frightening. And they have quite a sizable Cav contingent, really. I'm concerned. Yeah. Okay, they could make this work. They could definitely make this work. Actually, zooming on over here. Right, okay. This one, so that people know, this one, I have watched this before. I actually watched this on Umad's channel. Now, I don't think it was from Pimp's point of view, though. So hopefully I will be able to add to something. But it was a very good battle. Still, I will not be offended if you are not into it. It was quite a while ago that Umad posted this one up, though, but I do remember some stuff here. So it was a great battle all the same, and I'm excited to go through it. But if you're not too keen, no worries. I kind of thought we'd... Oh, come on, attackers, finish deploying. It doesn't take this long. But yeah, well, 3,000 frames. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, double elves on the defense, not a bad idea. And it's nice for the Grey Havens, of course, being an elven settlement, being defended by the elves. And I think we actually have this is not evening. It's not an evening battle, but I think this is morning. Yeah, I don't know. Which side? The sun's over there. Sun's in the east. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we've got a nice morning little fight here. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I should just sit still so that we can actually finish this deployment phase. As far as I remember, we've got a lot of orcs on the attack, which is always fun. Got a lot of numbers disparity here between the attackers and defenders. And yeah, I state this quite a lot, but I'll just say it again. I have no issue with if you've got a battle and you think that somebody else from that game is going to send that battle in. I've got no problem with that, but I just do not like you personally. If you have personally sent it to somebody else, don't worry about sending it to me, because I watch them. Like, I'll be watching them on other people's channels, I'll be commenting on them there, so don't worry about that. But if you, you know, still send it to me, you know, as long as it's just don't personally send it to somebody else and then to me as well. We've got the Camping Panda here with Harad, so he's got his Berserkers there, Demons of the Desert, so definitely with the power to go toe-to-toe with a lot of those Rangers in terms of kills. Champions of Nafarat there, a lot of Serpent Guard. I like that. They have the skills and the stats to really beat the Arthedain men-at-arms, especially with that armor upgrade. Elves, though, not quite. Haradrim Spears, though, should be able to tie people up if they cannot kill them. And then they're pushing that ramp. Not a very large army. They're probably some... Oh, nope. Yes, good, good. This is how I like to attack. Coming in both doors, or both gateways if you can. Mahood Warriors there, Southron Warband, and Trollman. So it really is, like, this is the just kind of screwing with them attack. This is the main attack. Really is just this massive difference in quality from side to side. So I like that. But, and Mahood Berserker's probably getting ready to go in either way, or maybe just forgotten about. But I don't know, could be either. Over here, it does look like Pharaoh is going to be coming in to back him up. I like that. You often do see this guy deploying over here, and they really just barrel through with like 2 full armies just coming through one of those gatehouses. But I see this a lot more now with people really coming the long way around, and I think it's good. Anything really crazy from Pharaoh's army? Black Mountain Berserkers, yes. Trolls, lots of trolls. I love trolls pushing siege equipment. They look really funny doing it. And then snow trolls, of course. Good. The Mountain Orc Berserkers, always a solid shout, I think, in a siege, just because of that locked morale. He's gone for a full spread there. I suppose just for artillery's sake, but he's heading all the way over here. Oh, well. Either way, he's keeping himself safe. And he does have his catapult, but he's going to be trusting Legatus to look after that catapult, so hopefully he will be capable of the job. We've seen how much cavalry the defenders have at their disposal, so it is going to be risky. Uruk-hai Raiders and Half-Orc Baneguard. Over here we've got some Uruk-hai Infantry and Pikes there. Archers and more Infantry. Okay. Trolls of the White Hand, good to see. Definitely can beat those Trolls over there for Pharaoh. Crossbows and Pikes behind, watching out for the crossbows for Cav, and Infantry. So the boys are aware Arthedain is a very powerful Cav faction. Imladris, most powerful Elven Cav, most powerful Cav in the game, arguably. And Lindon too, definitely got some good Cav they can throw out. So it's good that the boys are being careful. These are veteran attackers we've got going on here, and veteran defenders, so they shouldn't be screwing up. Orc fodder there, pushing up the ram. Hey, even if these guys get charged, it's not an issue for King Angmar. Actually, has King Angmar done this battle too? I don't know, hopefully he has, because as far as I remember, it was a solid one. Then Temple Guard and Minas Morgul Chosen. Orc Maulers and the Javies. An armor upgraded Temple Executioner force, and the Uruk-hai. If King Angmar has not done this battle, I would definitely like to see his thoughts on it, so I might yeet it out of his way. More on Halberd. Sometimes you just do a battle and you forget to save it. Orc fodder, more on infantry, and more orc maulers. Zooming on back here, massive deployment zone for Angmar, as is awesome. So once again, awesome boss of death. I screw that name up mid battle, so he's just awesome. Snag Stalkers, then Scourge Raiders, armor upgraded. Gundabad Guard there. Do we have some nice sturdy armor upgrades like we did in the last battle? We do. A lot of these dwarven armor pieces popping up amongst them. And then the Witch Realm Pikeman. Zooming on here though, he does have double Trolls. Trolls of Angmar and Trolls of Gundabad. And then a beefy armor upgraded Guardians of Carndom and Blackwatch Legion. Now, you might wonder, why are they so tightly packed? What's going on here? What is, you know, are they trying to hide something? If they're hiding something, they're hiding it very well because I can't see it. Yeah, pretty sure that there's Witchers somewhere in amongst that force. But they're very well hidden. That, and I'm also not wearing my glasses, and I'm pretty blind even with my glasses, even though my job is to look out windows all day. Either way, we see Pimp has got his cavalry, Mithlon Lancers, backed up by the Gwathi Ruktor. Any more Cav hiding around? No. they're not. Interesting. But yeah, issue with Mithril Lancers, or well, you could say an issue. They start with their javelins out, so until they use their jabs, they don't actually have their pikes out. So you kind of need them to either use up their jabbies, or just get them stuck in melee and then don't let them take their javelins back out for the beginning of the game anyway. But since the attackers have come in from absolutely every point of approach, I'm not going to call out things that I'm seeing, but just sort of looking over the defenses. Since the attackers are coming into every point of approach, that really is going to be strenuous on the defenders, especially when the defenders have 2 elven armies. So they don't really have the numbers to really pour into this. And Arthedain is they can get some decent numbers, which they've done so, and that's what they should do when you've got 2 other elves next to you. They're still not the most highly numerous faction that the humans have. So no, there is quite a lot of quality among them. So the boys are going to need to be working hard and to think like where they're putting their men. More Mithril Lancers here, and the Grey Company from St. Clex. What they are really going to be trying to do here, and you can see with the cav and with the lack of infantry on this side too, they're going to be coming out hard with their cavalry, and they need to absolutely ravage Awesome. Not just sort of pepper him, as you get with a lot of... Oh, there they are. Witchers are all the way back here. They're not actually hiding amongst the force. They're remaining in the back lines, which that's risky because the cavalry can rush out there. Yeah. Oh, good. We just finished. So yeah, but the thing is, they need to actually make this hurt because of how much money they put into this cavalry force and how little they're actually defending the area with infantry. If this doesn't work, the defenders are boned, just well and truly boned. So they're coming on out. Grey Company, don't go for the snag of stalkers, even though you could rack up an absolutely horrendous kill count. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Horse Lords of Ulmo and Mithril Lancers. It's actually quite funny, in a way. The least cavalry-focused faction, in the form of Lindon, is the faction that has brought the most cavalry. Now, I think that, yeah, their cavalry is definitely not quite as good as their allies here today, but it's still very damn good. Oh damn, having a little bit of lag there for a minute, but we'll power through. Oh, some nasty damage there. The Gwaithiroctor, good charge though. Definitely has taken off a lot of hit points, but they've lost a good few numbers for it. I actually need, because a lot goes on in these initial stages, and I need to make sure. This is quite a nice thing about me having watched the battle before. I've got an idea of where to look. The Witchers are receiving a charge there, but not all of them are going to get hit down, and Witchers are very powerful, even if one of them survives. So if you're going to kill the Witchers, you need to kill them all. Those trolls are still on him, and like Firewolf needs to be microing the hell out of these Cavaliers right now, or they are going to get messed up. Now we didn't see any wargs on the attacking side, which could have been useful. You know, some sort of warg unit just coming over here now would have been very nice. Pike set up. Be careful with pimp. No. Good stuff. This is the amazing thing with those jabs though. Absolutely ravaging these poor guys. They're getting messed up. But as bad as this looks for Awesome, he is taking the micro attention right now, and they need to destroy his army. If Awesome gets off with just about anything here, it's not been enough. A lot of these trolls going down, but you know, it is what it is. What have we got inside? And the Witchers are inside this blob now, somewhere. But they're definitely safe. They've not all been killed, I'm sure of that.
The enemy are battering down our gates.
Yep, and while everybody's micromanaging this stuff, Gwaithiroctor are broken there, only 6 of them making it out. While they've been micromanaging the heck out of that, the other attackers have been advancing. And, yeah, no shenanigans going on there. No. Still safe for now, though. But it's something to be keeping in mind, that they are not going to be able to focus on those cav like that forever. When you see cav coming running out, the natural impulse as an attacker is to slow down your attack. It's to take it carefully, because you don't want to get hit by the enemy cav. But what maybe the attackers really should have done there is gone harder, you know, when they saw this cav come out, so that they could have really punished the defenders for this. And taking their attention. Horse Lords of Ulmo, not quite Gwaithiroctor, but pretty damn close. And actually not killing that troll, that's surprising. Yeah, you need to get out of there, because those trolls do get an anti-cavalry bonus, and they have a massive attack value as standard anyway. So it's now just Pimp coming out here. Now, what I usually like to do when it comes to with a cav sally on the defense is have one of the defenders get quite a lot of cav. When every defender does take out, say, their best cavalry unit, it's nice, and it does mean that you get some very, very powerful units coming out. But the problem with it is that everybody's micro attention is taken away. If you've just got one person, which in this case is Pimp, then that's great, because it does mean that the other two can just be focusing fully on the inside now, while Pimp is micromanaging the cav. So Imladris doesn't have anything else out here, he's fully focused on the inside, and on the infantry struggles. And Arthedain, he's just got the Grey Company. Now, they do take quite a lot of micro attention, but not quite as much as a Lancer would. So this gate has been busting on down, but Legatus is holding. I think he's holding. Yeah, he's holding because that catapult is going to be bringing down that wall. That's fair enough then. But as I say, I'd be really tempted to come in just guns blazing right now. Swords of Rivendell, without or with? Yeah, without an armor upgrade. Pretty sure that's them without. I don't play as Imladris enough, I'm afraid. But they are going to get barreled through by a lot of these trollmen. Would maybe be a bit overkill to use trollmen up against Swords of Rivendell, but it might be what gets done. Is there anything I can maybe do to lower the graphics just ever so slightly? Not really, no. Vegetation, no. We're good. I would want to maybe turn down the building detail, or just turn down the quality of the shadows. That would be the best thing. But hopefully it's not too bad for everybody. Eldramwy Spears standing their ground. Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely going to be more than a match for the Dismounted Serpent Guard. But yeah, I really enjoy seeing this. This gate is just not somewhere that you see a lot of pressure getting put on most of the time. So if the Camping Panda's gone hard on it, that's great. Now, what have we really been left with here after this attack? We saw 10 Witchers left. Some of these Scourge Raiders dead, a lot of the Blackwatch Legion. The Trolls really badly hurt. Horse Lords of Ulmo getting sort of sandwiched in there by the Trolls of Angmar and the Trolls of Gundabad. But, oh, dear me, ouch, buddy. Sorry, dude, rip. But they are hurting them. And those Trolls going down just up against Cav, it's certainly something. Now, what have we got here? Yeah, the other Trolls of Angmar, they've left their brother all the way back there, but it's something. Now, those Cav could be pulled inside. And I do always say this about the Grey Havens. You can do quite a lot of work on the inside. King Amar's actually coming around here. I wonder why. That's risky, dude. Mithalon Lancers hitting your Orc Maulers there. You don't really have. You've got your Orc Fodder, but you don't really have any great anti-cavalry power there. If I was Pimp, I'd be really tempted to just come around here and slam the side of those Orc Maulers. All the while they're taking arrow fire, but it's not really going to be a great quality arrow fire. Oh, sorry, Scourge Raider fire. Yeah, that's not fun for Mithalon Lancers. That's definitely not fun for Mithalon Lancers, damn. But, once again, it's taking that ammunition, could be used on something else. Could be used in a pike line. Broken through. Yeah, the attackers are just being very chill here. Now, I know why they're doing that, but I just feel... Yeah, no. They're playing it safe, though. You cannot really blame people for that. Firewolf is kind of sacrificing this section. Does he just not feel he's got the numbers over here? It kind of is looking like that. He's kind of just falling back from this area. And, oh, he's going to just let them climb up on the walls. That's fair enough. He doesn't want to fight them on the walls. He wants to just blat them when they come up onto the walls. Yeah, that strategy has worked in the past a lot. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit crazy. I don't think I would have any reserves right now. I think I would have everything, around the walls. Just because of how, low on numbers we are. But I'm not a very good defender. I'm an attacker. So I've got an attacker mindset. So maybe that's just that coming through. What we got? Yeah, this gate's not been busted down, but that's, Awesome Boss Death is just trying to make sure that he's in a decent enough condition. Good few trolls. 3 trolls just went down there, but Horse Lords of Ulmo need to get back out, because every one of those swipes is really hurting. Mithalon Lancers pulling out, receiving another quick volley. Oh, some of them are actually getting burned up by the Witchers. Oh, shoot, yeah! Ah, crap. Well, I just said, because I did know that this happened. The Witchers just got snagged by the Grey Company, so that was an awesome catch by St. Clex. but he does need to get them out of there. They're out of ammo, of course, so if they do go down, it's not the end of the world, but they can still do some more cycle charging. And I think, yeah, he just really wanted to get those Witchers dead. And thank you to the sacrifice of Pimp there with his Missile Lancers, pulling away the Trolls, pulling away a lot of these troops, that allowed him to do that. And yeah, so now it's just Pimp focusing on this. But while he's focusing on all of this, he can't be doing stuff inside. I keep saying that, but like, I really do want to make it clear that like, it is a nuisance. What's going on here? King Angmar coming around pretty hard with forces, just like Pharaoh is on the other side. How's he progressed? He dropped all the rams, yeah, which is fair enough. They were just there to really provide a bit of a fortress for him. Pharaoh's almost around, and then I think he's probably going to be... He might be focusing in hard on that side, which is going to allow the Camping Panda to come in a bit more aggressively here. Have we got a bit of combat? I thought... No, I think I just saw somebody maybe reloading. Oh no, Trollman jumping on down here. Going toe-to-toe with the Elder Emway Spears. Oh, damn, that's not what you want to see, though. Especially not with something as important as a Troll Man falling down from the Siege Tower like that. It's just something that is pretty bad for the Grey Havens. I was noticing when I was playing the Silmarillion replay. For Silmarillion on Grey Havens, they've actually got the squat. Oh, no. Ah, right. I was just talking about it. Maybe it was Pimp's lack of attention because he was micromanaging the Cav that allowed them to get that beautiful shot. They're all running off now, of course. But how many men did he lose there? A lot. And they were Methlon Swordmasters. All of these Methlon Swordmasters have just died because we've not spotted it. Now, I say that. Sometimes your men do get glitched out there. Pimp very well could have just been giving them repeated orders and they were just not listening to it. That's happened to me a few times. It's just the way that it goes. It's an old game. But I'd like to think it was something to do with Pimp's attention being over here. And Awesome Both Deaths. Awesome. Awesome just kind of like keeping him busy and bothering him. And just making him have to keep moving his troops around as the Gundabad Guard chase him and the Trolls chase him across the open fields here. What are we at? 4 for 3. So that's the thing. After all this, they're actually down a percentage point. Hard to say. You know? Hard to say indeed. But the Witchers are dead. Worth it or not? I don't know. I do not know. If it hadn't been for those fallen Methlon Lancers, I'd be really, really chuffed for the defenders right now. Taking out those Witches is always a great load off your mind. And it really does sort of throw the attackers into a bit of a worry so early on. We'll go back to 1 times speed. I think we're doing okay now. That's another thing about it, you know, the Silmarillion trees, whereas, you know, we're back to normal Reforged trees. I do like the standard trees. They are very, very cool. But it just sort of does show the difference. I think the thing that I do miss is the Silmarillion trees, as they were like leading toward the final, the final checkpoint, the final center of town, looked so cool. I love the way that they all like curved inward like that. That was awesome. But generally around the normal trees around the map do look really nice too. What do we got? Scourge Raiders still just chasing around the Cav. Pursuing them, Methlon Lancers, Gundabad Guard. They're really not suffering too many losses, but Horse Lords of almost slamming into the Blackguard. Hell, if they could kill the General, then that'd be lovely. But yeah. Oh, Hammerguard coming in too. Oh, damn, yeah, no. Yeah, you see, that's sort of a bit of a nuisance, sort of charging through your own boys, but keeping them clumped up together like that is good, because you can, you know, takes less micromanagement. If you have them both spread out, running around, doing their own things, it can be really messy. Now, the Bane Guard, if the Bane Guard make contact with the Arthedain Men-at-Arms, that's not going to be fun for the Men-at-Arms. They are quite skilled in their defense, but they do rely so much on that armor. So these half-orcs with their high-value armor-piercing attacks, and with an armor upgrade themselves, as you can see, a lot of that sort of standard Uruk-hai armor that they get when they get that armor upgrade, it's a bit messy. Poor Gobbles actually having their backs to the enemy, just trying to tempt out a shot against them. I like, oh, that's a very unpleasant little sort of spiked club that guy has. What we got? Pikes just standing by. Coming through the gate though, Camping Panda. with his beast hunters. He's trying to get some shots off, and you can, oops, sorry, banging on my microphone there, and you can see he has actually been successful. A few of these bloody Imladris sentries going down to that fire, which is a very, very upsetting thing to lose there. And this is the reason I really don't like to play as elves on the defense, because anything you have is a very important unit, and so you don't really want to just expose anything to enemy javelin fire. Goodness me, what is going on here, Panda? your men can't climb that siege tower now that that one's in place. And they're kind of stuck without backup. How many are you? Yeah, 20. I don't know. It's been unfortunate. They've hurt them though. Yeah, they've hurt them, and they've racked up a few kills, but still, that was a unit of trollmen there. And that's a shame to lose them. Over here. The Swords of Rivendell have climbed on back up. I don't know what the thinking here is, Panda. I guess it's just to provide a bit more of a shield against arrow fire. But I'm worrying that it's getting, like, your men are just getting trapped up against it. And it's hurting them that way. Dismounted Serpent Guards. They've been pulled back. So it looks like they're going for a more traditional approach of coming in harder on this gateway now. And just kind of keeping the pressure on the other side. We talked about that in the last battle. Like, there's other ways to keep the pressure than just to charge in willy-nilly. So yeah, you can just hold back. Ooh. Southron Warband there. Go toe-to-toe with an elven swordsman that doesn't really rely too much on his armor. The Southron Warband are probably going to get butchered here. Not that they wouldn't get butchered by just about everybody else, but that AP is a massive draw factor for them. Oh, and especially if a few of them end up falling down like that, that's going to be a terrible shame. Okay, good. Well, it was only one that fell. So hopefully the rest of the guys, as I say, I think it's something to do with basically receiving orders when they're standing like too close to the edge. If you give them another order, the model is just like, oh, I might as well just jump. But no, okay, if they've only suffered one. They've only suffered one fall. And I do not think they're going to suffer. Oh, spoke too soon. Two more there. I think this guy's ripping peace. No, he's alright. Yeah, okay, no. That's good. Could have been a lot worse there. Coming in through the main gate too now. And really coming in hard with the Mahud Warriors. And on the other side too, as we can see, the Southron Warband are smashing in. And it's going, well, it's not going badly for him. But he needs to keep that pressure, he needs to keep that pressure up. Or these guys are going to end up getting split off and destroyed. Mood Berserkers, Beast Hunters. Oh, nice, if they could, well, I think they might be out of ammo. I was going to say, if they could have pulled those Imladris Guardians away and then javelin them through the gateway, that could have been lovely. Even though you're going to be hitting their left side, so that shield is going to be beneficial, but it is what it is. It's a clear shot, and that's all, you take what you can get. So few defenders here, one unit. Yeah, like one unit of Noldoran Guard. Now, one unit of Noldoran Guard can hold back a storm, but Awesome Boss, Awesome, is going to be coming in with a substantial swarm here. He still has his Scourge Raiders there. He still has a Black Guard force. Some of them will have suffered some hit point damage, no doubt. And yeah, I like this a lot. Awesome has just left King Angmar to come in that side, and he's gathering everything he's got, and he's going to be breaking in through there. And if he comes in fast enough, it's going to panic the defenders and yeah, hopefully really allow his allies to make some good ground elsewhere. Only Mornon infantry, orc fodder, and maulers here though, so this is not going to be a great attack, but King Angmar knows that. He just wants to get a few boys set up and do what he can. Over here, what do we have? Dunedain Rangers. Where are you going? Oh, blasting through. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. King Angmar, he's over here. He's pressuring this side. You don't usually see this player pressuring multiple gateways, so that's quite good. As the Minas Morgul Chosen have actually been caught by some really nicely placed Mithlon pikes. They're holding their own okay, though. I guess it is that nice armor value, the defensive skill of a spearman. Just kind of tossing off the lower attack value off a pike. And once more units get down here, they might even be able to sort of do a push. Shield Wall ability, of course, is available to the Minas Morgul Chosen, so they can actually sort of shunt that aside. This weakened unit of Swordmasters, though, can provide a bit more rigidity and fight in a bit more of a messy fashion. This centre fight is a bit messy here, with the Arthedain men-at-arms required to go toe-to-toe with Orc fodder and more Minas Morgul Chosen. The Numinous Gate Guards here are blocking up this right side. As good as the Uruk-hai infantry are, they're not really going to be able to deal with this. But the Snaga skirmishers are now getting a good shot into the Numinous Gate Guard, and that might be what is necessary. For Lindon Marines getting ready to volley javelin fire if there is a gap, though. And oh, that's fearsome. The catapult crew arriving soon to hopefully do some damage against that defensive line as well. What we got going on over here? No major pressure from Pharaoh. Pharaoh's got two. Oh, wow. Oh, Legatus is here a bit, but Legatus is actually moving quite a lot of his troops over to this end. Now, I do often say that, like, yeah, you should see where your troops are going to be best used, but sometimes your allies are requiring you to attack from a certain side. And when you don't do that, it can be a bit of a nuisance, because Pharaoh now, he's sent the vast majority of his troops over here, and now he's kind of going to be pushing that side by himself. Brune and River Wards, these guys were held in reserve. They're coming on forward now to try and beat back the Southron Warband. These Southron Warband have they been backed up, or have they just done really, really well? Either or, they've stood their ground a lot better up against the Swords of Rivendell than I expected. How about their friends over here? They've not done quite as well, but they're doing all right. They've actually racked up quite a few more kills than I expected them to. So that's quite nice. I guess the Swords of Rivendell do rely a little bit on that armor. They just have the Elven skill alongside it. So when both of those are working together, it's a destructive force. Pharaoh's actually come all the way around here. That's a long migration. That's not a movement. That's a migration of his army. And yeah, this is where the bulk of his forces are. And you've got to think, like, are the defenders ready for that? They kind of are. Yeah, looking at all these guys, you'd think, oh, there's so few guys. Why doesn't he come flying on in? But you've got to keep in mind, these are Imladris elves we're talking about here. Each one of them is worth an awful lot on the field. St. Clix is actually rushing out up against this smaller Pharaoh force, and I really like that. And this is what you could really be punishing if you had a unit of cavalry on the attack. You could be hitting them when they do that, but of course, Clix wouldn't come out here if the attackers had cavalry. So it's kind of self-defeating in a way. But the Uruk-hai Raiders are not able to go toe-to-toe with the men-at-arms. The Uruk-hai Infantry certainly would. And they're on their way, but they need to be running. Are they just chilling out? I would be running them on over here, to be honest. Because the Goblin Infantry are going to get massacred. The Raiders there, not going to do too well. Like, these are armor up, like max armor upgraded Arthedain men-at-arms, so they're going to do well. Is there something? No, I keep looking at those rams, and I think that they're like, oh, there's some more reserves waiting back there. Yeah, Uruk-hai Infantry just starts spreading out. It's like they're just guarding the left flank of their force. But I don't know, I just feel like as an attacker, you should be making use of this opportunity to just kill some guys. But maybe I'm too aggressive. Good use of Rangers here, and the attackers have been getting minced. They are down, but this is kind of what you'd expect at this stage in the game. Dunedain Peacekeepers, a great unit. I really like these guys when it comes to Arthedain's roster. It's just a skilled, quite aggressive man-at-arm unit and that's my thing. Just if I can get a man-at-arm unit that can actually do some good damage on the field, I love them. Okay. Uruk-hai going toe-to-toe with the Dismounted Knights of Innuminus. It'd be lovely if those guys were armor-piercing, but they'll do a pretty damn good job even without it. And that's a break around them. The trolls are running out of friends. Actually, Royal Court of House Amlath. Guys, I didn't spot them. I'm sorry about that. But it's a fearsome thing to see that the defenders still have another solid cavalry unit at their disposal. And they will be using them well, I am sure. King Angmar, when he comes in here, he cannot come in he can't come in for very long. And it looks like Pimp is really just entrusting it to this one unit of Mythalon Swordmasters. They're going to need some support, to be honest. But they're not climbing up. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I don't know. I'd be tempted to come on in. Over here, yep, as I say, Awesome is clambering on forward. The defenders have managed to assemble quite a nice force. I suspect it's probably a lot of the troops that were on that northern, the northern gate to the right of us. Sorry, northeast, I should say. The northeast gate have actually run around here quite quickly, so there's some good fast movements from Pimp. And I think it's going to be stopping Awesome in his tracks, actually. That's a lot more... they've assembled this troop a lot faster than I expected them to. Oh, I love that. That's fearsome. Just this one troll waiting for his moment. But he's also, it's so risky because he might end up falling to his death, just like every standard infantryman does. Were we seeing up and over javelin fire there? We were. No, Pimperino. But how accurate is it? Quite. Because these guys are so tightly packed together, it's not the end of the world. I still feel so fearful. And what I just think about it is, like, you could just get them over here and hammer into, like, really a good position. Blackwatch Legion have already actually barreled their way onto the ground. So that's spooky. Nothing right in the back. Which is well, it's a good sign, really, that you need everything at the front right now. Pharaoh kind of, yeah, trying to make use of his skirmishers, and it's a tough thing to do when the enemy has the balls, or when at least you don't have the balls and you've got them in the way. Trollman of Harad trying to break this down, but Firewolf is coming in hard against the Haradrim attack here. Camping Panda has really gone in pretty aggressively. Slowly but surely, he's been moving his troops from the western side to the east, leaving the western attack to Pharaoh. But yeah, he's been running down his boys, and I think a lot of these casualties are probably pandas. Champions and Afrat's still around though, and a lot of these dismounted Serpent Guard are still kicking. But it's a lot of the Trollmen that have gone down, and the Mahud warriors, really the savages of Harad. The more sophisticated Serpent Guard and Southron are still standing, saying that, though the Southron Warband have suffered quite a substantial bit too. The Grey Company actually made it back inside, which is good to see. As I say, more units, just do a bit of cycle charging after you fall back toward the centre of camp. St. Clicks, yeah, these infantrymen did come to respond to this, and they are actually doing some good work. Click seems to be coming around, because they would, in an extended 1v1, especially outnumbering them that bad, like, what is going on with these guys? Get in the fight. Don't know what they're doing. But no. Oh, if you could get the Royal Court of House Amlaith out here and just slam them in the back, and maybe that's what he is doing. We don't see the cav. No, that's what I would do if I could. Some burning fire from the absolute point blank catapult shots, returning that burning fire, and actually burning a catapult with their fire arrows there. That's cool to see. Jesus criminy. The snow trolls, not snow trolls. Trolls of the White Hand are actually, a lot of them are just stationary right now, which is a bit weird. But yeah, burning that one catapult down, there's only one catapult left. And the catapult crew, no. Where are the catapult crew? I think they're being engaged by the Dunedain peacekeepers. Wardens of Elostirian opening up on this force, but I wouldn't myself, just because a lot of the shots are going to be jumping into that catapult, and it's just a bit of a messy fight. I think you'll get better opportunities later. Oh, let's zoom on down, because I think Awesome is coming in pretty hard over here. I should probably zoom in the map. Yeah. A nice snake of Blackguard forces slipping on through, very spread out. Harland and Guards standing nearby them. But they're getting engaged by a handful of Blackwatch Legion. Methlon Marines, raining hell. But as Angmar is capable of doing, they are just barreling on through. They've got some very aggressive units, but in addition to that, they've got a lot of very high mass units that can just break a front line quite quickly. And because he doesn't have a ram over here, he is stuck just coming in over the walls. So he's going to be suffering casualties from people falling down, speaking of the devil. And in addition to that, I don't like fighting on walls, unless if I make my army specifically for fighting on walls, I can do a decent job. But I've got to go into a battle with that in my mind. I made a Gondorian army with the attempt to do that once. And it was just a case of, that was the first time I brought ladders. That was why I brought a bunch of ladders, and my plan for it was just immediately run at them and just hopefully catch them off guard and just flood on the walls of the Grey Havens. But ladders, you lose a lot more people than you lose on siege towers, and it was just a death. One unit here though, dude. It's just not going to be enough. King Amar is just going to be able to slide around you. He's got control of the gate now. He can just get these men inside. He could just even, to be honest, he could ignore that and just run on through. Stab these Royal Court of House Amlaith in the back with your Orc fodder. They are holding the line though. So the Royal Court of House Amlaith are standing still. We saw some Dunedain Rangers actually in melee there, which is always a good sign for the attackers. Yeah. So they kind of just left them chilling out, which is a bit of a shame, because Because these guys, even without the cav, these guys could have come around the back and backstabbed those Uruk infantry. But now they're going to get stabbed in the back. Shameful. But no, okay, no, they're coming over now, and they won't win that fight because the Uruk infantry are very good. But they'll kill a good few more. But all it takes is one quick charge, and that would turn the tables for them. Oh, we can see the timer actually pop up there, and the reason for that is because the Blackguard have arrived in the center of town. So the Blackguard are here. They're engaging some of these routing forces. He's got 3 minutes. Normally, I would say that this is a very sort of sneaky strategy. Like, I don't like to see this getting done, but I think Awesome has suffered so much in this battle because of the cav that I'm okay with it. And he does. He's getting it down to like 2 minutes. Well, to 3 minutes, really. But the Gwaithir Arthedain are here now. They've still got about a minute before they're going to reach the center from their current position. Do we have anything coming from here? And this is another thing of like the royal court could be running on over here. Harland and Guard opening up and firing into them. Yeah, not the best target in the world, but well, to be honest, right side, yeah, it's fair enough. They do have that. They've got a nice substantial shield value, so you know they can hold quite nicely. Methlon pikes there, standing ready for Awesome. I think Awesome is just coming. He's super aggressive right now. That's what's going on, and he could be killing a few more guys here, but he just wants to get in toward the center as quickly as he possibly can. Snaga Stalkers. Now everything just Angmar Marauders broken and fighting to the death there. You cannot really trust the Snaga Stalkers to do stuff that the Angmar Marauders just failed at. Where are the Gwaithir Arthedain? They kind of just stood there for a while, and he's down to 2 minutes now. So he is getting it really quite low. He's got some Hammer Guard there now too. But that's a full unit of, you know, not armor upgraded, but still a full unit of Gwaithir Arthedain coming cracking on through. What you'd maybe want to do is just grab the Blackguard and smash Adam a little bit earlier. Maybe try to catch him. And then just have the Hammer Guard in the center. Yeah, because as soon as he's... Yeah, now that he's inside, that's it over. Maybe, yeah... They could have held him back. Oh no, the Cav's here now. So either or, it wouldn't have saved it, no matter what he had done. Unless he had gotten those pikes in there, that could have been it. Now Pharaoh is really doing all he can by just coming in all at once. You really like to see it. It's a pretty beautiful sight when Misty just unloads their full load on you. But yeah, all their trolls, and because Firewolves had to pull away his Gwaithir Arthedain, the one unit that could have really butchered this line, there's no other elites here, are there? Are there... Where are the... No, I don't see them. Yeah, so it is just a case of flooding on in. Pharaoh's doing the right thing. He's going to take casualties for doing it. But those Snaga skirmishers, they just couldn't get a good shot. His crossbows couldn't really get a good shot. His archers, maybe a bit too heavy on the range, but, you know, it is what it is. I like to take a lot of ranged units to a fight, so I can't really complain, even when I am on a siege attack. Imladris sentries kind of just getting flooded all around by these cave trolls. Well, sorry, snow trolls. Yeah, calling everything else snow trolls, but not snow trolls. Berserkers, they're jumping in amongst the Elder Emway spears. Elder Emway spears down here. No unit likes to fight disjointed like that. It's not fun for it. Oh, dearie me. And yep, Firewolf is pulling these people back. Camping Panda has survived. His horde has really done a great job here, and he's coming flooding on in now too, which is good, because you need to actually engage these guys. You're not going to get many kills, but the whole thing is engaging them and stopping them from running back to fight Pharaoh. Because if these Gwaithir Arthedain arrive, then that's a menace. Uruk infantry still winning here, but the Royal Court of House Amlaith are just, you know, they're busy. But you can see just when you've got a slightly better unit of men-at-arms, they can quite efficiently take down others. Even with these 2 level of armor upgrades, they're just not good as Isengard infantry. Trebuchet opening up. That was a beautiful shot. Glad we were just in time to see that. And that was some Naz High taking the bullet there. And the Uruk-hai pikes, very solid, both of those units. Of course, the Naz High a step above, but still. They've got some out of ammunition Dunedain Rangers. They can stand in the way and ensure that the Treb gets out of there. Yep, King Amar's doing... Yeah, he did the right thing, I feel. Just flooding on through and trying to back up this attack. It's come in pretty clutch. Ooh, oopsie daisies. Yep, a lot of burning there. Again, some Nazhai, some pikes. Dunedain Rangers coming in to stop them. But you need to sort of get something around that, because he would happily, absolutely happily friendly fire those Rangers. Wardens of the North there, yeah. Camping Panda is doing the exact right thing. You're not... Like, this is basically his last hurrah. His boys are not going to be winning here. They're just going to be coming in to try and stop those elves from getting through. But St. Clix is just left behind those Wardens of the North. And there's some Elder Emwy Swordmasters there. What's coming in here? Wardens of Elostirian still. Out of ammo, of course, but quite a menace in the fight. As a lot of Elven Rangers and a lot of Rangers full stop can be. It's quite a surprise to see the Champions of Nafrat struggle so much against the Wardens of the North. I think as time went on, that would stabilise, and the Champions of Nafrat would end up winning that. As much as I do adore the Wardens of the North as a unit, sort of the perfect unit for me as a general. Right behind the Hearthguard of Amon Sul, of course. Gwathi Arthand advancing forward. They've finally reached this position, sort of just stopping Pharaoh in his tracks there. But Pharaoh could flood around, and is there... Yeah, no, the centre is much better defended now. Pimp is now finished off with Angmar's frantic assault, and he can come on over. There's no need to defend that side, so he really is just gathering everything he's got and moving back to the centre. So yeah, unfortunately, as a good and aggressive move as that was for Pharaoh, he is doing the right thing by just focusing on getting kills now, rather than falling in toward the centre. Mythalon Marines actually struggling there. That should stabilise in their favour. Pike's not really in the fight properly, but I'm sure that will change. Temple Executioners, a menace, an absolute menace. And Temple Guard even here too. Temple Guard might actually end up jumping up on the walls, kill these guys, and then get some shots down. But this has been sort of the most successful area now, as that trebuchet has been abandoned. Hopefully, hopefully out of ammunition. Yeah, the fact that he's not running his guys away makes me think he is out of ammo, and he's just hoping to kill off some more of these Javies there. Mythalon Marines could turn around and fight some of them too, but I think, it's fair enough. I'd use my Javs up against them, to be honest, especially if I could get a rear shot as he's getting there. Legatus' heroic Urkai infantry, after sort of defeating another unit of men-at-arms, running on in. Camping Panda's actually got a decent force left. What are we at percentage-wise? 74 for 74. I love it when we're absolutely like neck and neck at this point. Snow Trolls coming on into the Imladris sentries, knocking some of them around. And the Cave Trolls too. This could be a good just delete of a unit, to be honest. Dunedain Troll Slayers there. River Wards getting broken down by the Cave... Oh, very, very split up units, but the fact that these Troll units are locked morale, you don't have to worry too much about them fighting disjointed like that. They're going to be okay. And now Pharaoh can actually get some good use out of his Javelins. And his crossbows too. His archers though, as well. Ooh, so that's good. That is Arthedain's general dropped there. Crumbs. The Noldoran Guard have arrived now, and they've come into contact with the Heavy Goblin crossbows. What you'd probably want to do here, and I'm sure Pharaoh will get it done momentarily, is probably feed the Heavy Goblin archers into them so that the crossbows can keep firing. But there is more coming forward from Pimp, and even the Wardens of Elostirian opening up and rattling into these blobs. There's probably not going to be too many big blobs to come now, so it's fair enough to try and just get your archers used up. Gwathi Arthand here, even though they rely so much on that armor value, and the Berserkers are AP, doesn't really matter because they have that immense Elven skill too. They're just an absolute sturdy unit. Snag a Skirmisher's broken there, but with 140, they should come back. Yeah, Heavy Goblin crossbows running away, but it seems he's running just everything back. Something's going to need to stand in the way here. Saying that though, good lot of fire coming into the Noldoran Guard, but it's just, is it going to be enough? Because those Noldoran Guard are very well armoured, they have a shield value, and those Heavy Goblin archers don't really have the best amount of damage. Yeah, still focusing on the crossbows, because Pimp's crossbows, Pharaoh's crossbows are really the only thing that could do damage to those Noldoran Guard. Over here, what we've got going on. Snag of skirmishers in guard mode, just still throwing away into the Gwathi Arthedain. The Gwathi Arthedain trying to smash them in the back. It almost feels like a waste of every strike, even if you do burst open a Snagga's skull. It was like, really? Did I exert effort in doing this? You're so far below me. It's yeah, it's a menace. Oh, he put his general in with his crossbow unit. We see this a lot from people. It does just actually, sorry, no, are they? Who is he inside? Nope, Goblin King Bodyguard. Yeah, that's good. No, I don't like to put him inside ranged units. Is the thing. I say that as I put them in my general all the time. I don't like to put them inside basic range units. It just doesn't feel right to me. Even though in a siege, it does mean he's going to stay alive. And maybe that's what you want. Ooh, what we got going on here? Something, but it's a very small unit that is just standing their ground. I wonder what the hell happened to these poor guys? Oh, probably a cav charge. Yeah, probably a little cav charge, looks like it. Sort of coated in their own orcish blood. Crossbows. Now, the thing about this attack, because it's been carried out in the way it has, the attackers all still have so much ammo, as you're seeing with Pharaoh over here, still throwing so much onto the enemy. And all of these crossbows are going to still be useful. And the defenders are going to have to be able to deal with that in some way. Troll Slayers now running on forward to back up the Gwathi Arthedain. Percentage-wise, we're at 83 for 82. Royal Court now getting in amongst Pharaoh's Pharaoh's range units. But this slope is quite nice. It's just slightly too steep to charge up. But when you've got a Lancer unit as good as the Royal Court of House Amlaith, they don't really mind too much. If they can get into melee with you, then they can beat you just like any knight could. Goblin Archers pulled back. Well, I think they probably returned from routing. That's why they're chilling out there. Royal Court of House Amlaith, yeah, you're seeing them just sort of gutting these heavy Goblin crossbowmen. Ooh, Goblin Archers there opening up, still just in guard mode as they are slowly killed by the Noldoran Guard. Pharaoh did his best here, sort of exploding through. Camping Panda has tried to come in and rescue him, but the solidity of the Gwathi Arthedain has gotten in his way. And this really has just been where most of the action's been for now. It looks like everybody else... Oh, there's still some fighting up on these walls. Yep, still the Lindon Marines not going down easy and slicing their way through the snag of skirmishers. Normally, the Lindon Marines would be able to beat these guys without question, but outnumbered that much, these elves might have a bit of a problem. I think they will still just kill them, but Legatus has used their ammo, so it's just kind of a case of just two units that have served their purposes, just deleting each other in the background. Nobody's really minding that, and the rest of the units have moved on forward. Crossbows. But if those Lindon Marines do end up winning, and they've only got 10 guys, well, maybe they've got like 10 guys left, they can backstab, they can do something. Who knows? Broken Rangers. Seeing this again, just people not really making it to the centre of town, unfortunately, so they could come back. Noldoran Blade Masters there. Interesting. So it's mainly Pimp. Now, this is quite good because at the start, Pimp was primarily focusing his micro abilities on the cavalry, but now that the cav's gone, so while he was doing that, everybody else was taking it on the chin with their infantry so that Pimp could do that. And now this is kind of Pimp's way of paying them back. Now he's going to be the main bulk of the final defense. We grabbed Pharaoh's general there. Now Pharaoh doesn't have too many men left. So it's not really too much of an issue for him to lose his general, but it does mean that some of these remaining sort of very low morale units are going to be breaking. Archers there broken. Anything still standing outside? No, these guys got rushed back on in. Or, yeah, no, I was going to say I would put them on the wall, and that's what he's done. That's great. They're actually getting really good shots. I say that. Yeah, fantastic. Great stuff into those sword masters. That's a nice catch. So he needs to do something about that. Oh, Noldoran Guard getting backstabbed there by a nice AP charge from the Berserkers. Very good quality unit, those guys. But the Noldoran Guard are almost an elite unit. Well, they basically are a bodyguard unit, just with 1 HP. So they'll do all right. But this should be a win for the Berserkers. Harland and Guard getting around backstabbing them could change that though. But oh, Words of Illustarian, you've got your bows out. What are you doing? Are you going to open up on those archers? I guess like maybe trusting on like a volley from the archers, just kind of breaking the... Oh, no. Focusing on something else. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I guess something over here. Oh, well, oh yeah, I remember this from the video. Serpent's Fangs and Hashari Stalkers just tearing through these Dunedain Troll Slayers. It's that's gonna be quite effective, I think. It's a good catch. Just mincing through these guys here. They've got the high ground, but that kind of exposes them to the fire, which is a shame. Harland and Guard breaking on in. Berserkers there fighting to the death. It's always a shame when you don't have a locked morale berserker. You know, but ooh, Royal Court of House Amlaith still pretty sturdy with 26 amongst their number. Yeah, you'd maybe want to. I'd say you'd want to run all the way around, but for Lindon Marines trying to run away from the Orc Javies, Orc Javelins are spears in melee, but if you get a good charge on them, especially when they've got their javelins out and they're not ready to brace, they will get ripped apart. And even when they do have their spears out, they're such a low quality. They're basically orc fodder with javelins. You know, they're a great unit like the Royal Court of House Amlaith can get in and out without really suffering too much damage, as long as you're paying attention. A good crossbow volley, though, can make you pay for that. Well, we got Javies. Oh, so many ranged units. Where's the infantry, boys? I think, well, I say that the infantry's already died. Naz High there, still sturdy and standing. I saw these Methlon Lancers, and I was like, that's such a good move from Pimp. Sneaking these guys around, but they're broken. They're just trying to find their way back to the center. Oh, never really looked at this little one here. As I say, oh, man, I want to make use of this area in a defense because it's just such a cool little space. But I don't know what you'd benefit from it. It's just basically another avenue around. If somebody was blocking there, you could run over here. But no, it's a good little part of the map anyway. Like, yeah, it's nice. Oh damn, I do need to think about a bloody thumbnail, don't I? Javies there, still got them. Alright, okay. The fact that the defenders still have this Royal Court unit, that's kind of swaying it for me. That's going to be tough to beat. Because the attackers just do not have much they can use to sort of counter that in melee. So they need to just make sure that if it does come in for a charge, which it's doing now, you need to punish it with a volley of crossbows and jabs. Yeah, this is some good stuff. Everybody's forming up together just to get ready to rattle them down. Get your javelins out, boys. Ooh, that's a shame. Clicks would have definitely ordered them to attack that. I don't know why they didn't get their javelins out. But, oh well, it's little mistakes like... Well, I don't think that was a mistake. It's little issues like that that are going to cost them. Yeah, okay. Because saying that, the defenders don't really have much in the way of infantry to stand in the way of this fight, do they? Okay, next charge coming on in. Oh, so much fire. And, yeah, that's a shame. I don't think this is his fault. Just get them out. Something's going wrong here. Just book it. You're just taking too much fire. From crossbows and jabs, and that's just not what we need. Wardens of Elastirion are back here, though. What we got? Oh, goodness me. Some of them just getting shot down there. Or just beaten down without sort of probably in guard mode. Oh, running around here, Swordmasters. Engaging the Serpent's Fangs, but the Serpent's Fangs will beat them in melee. Oh, definitely with that sort of numbers disparity. But just stopping them from firing and allowing the main line to continue just chew through the enemy, or, oh dear, sort of be chewed through, as the case may be. Yeah. Now, they'll do what they can. Of course, that nice armor value of, well, yeah, especially with the armor upgrade, the nice armor value of the dismounted Serpent Guard, the Gwathi Arthan, and the Troll Slayers will be mincing through that. But Harland and Guard just not really able to deal with this. But it's a great thing to see the Hashari Stalkers in melee. Oh, yeah, shoot. Is this something we can work with? Yeah. I can maybe... Yeah, that looks kind of nice. Yeah. Good. Bloody banners, everybody fighting away. Nice sort of signs on top of the Serpent Guard. Great. That's all you need in a thumbnail. And usually, like, because I'm so lazy, because I just love this space, there's so many of my Greyhaven some thumbnails that are basically just like looking at that and just taking pictures, just because I like boats. But no, I need to try to find need to get some diversity in my thumbnails, I guess. Oh, I like this. One of these wardens have just slipped around the back, but he's about to get charged by the infantry. That's a shame. Still, great move. So many dead horses. Yeah, that's such an unfortunate thing for the defenders. How many horsemen do we still have? They're not over here, wherever they are. Yeah. They might be running around somewhere. Zoom in this way. Yeah, good. No, I like that. Just get them around the side. Don't want them to charge in that light. Okay, good. It seems like Clix just does that to like give them orders to move, and then he like just catches them. But yeah, if they can mince the Serpent's Fangs with a few charges, then that's perfect. Because over there, things were just getting weird, and there's too many range units to punish him every time a charge doesn't go off right. Horns of Elostirian, quite a long range attack, but I guess he doesn't want to see them getting destroyed before they use up their ammo. And he needs quite a nice arc. Oh, jeebers. Opening up with the Temple Guard there with their AP arrows, but it's worth it, I'd say, bringing down the Wardens. And at the same time as a defender, I'd rather he shoots the Wardens rather than shoots the Noldoran Blade Masters. So, I don't know, I guess I'm happy with both sides of that. Pikes coming on forward. Yeah, just stab. Like, you'd almost want to just flood on forward there, but no, because as soon as they see that getting messy, they'll fall back. And you don't want to push all the way across the bridge, because you kind of want your own ranged units to be useful. Yeah, Temple Guard opening up on the Mithlond Swordmasters. Of course, the AP not being too useful, but just high damage off it being great. Temple Executioners coming forward. The problem here, Temple Executioners can definitely give the Noldoran Blade Masters a run for their money, but it's how badly hurt the Temple Executioners are, and how untouched the Noldoran Blade Masters are. Actually saying that, Noldoran Blade Masters are actually quite bloodied. Maybe it would be a bit more of an even fight. Still some pikes ready to go once the enemy sort of uses up their ammunition. They'll want to come on around. Don't really want to come around with them before that, though. Fighting over here in the streets. Yeah, damn. This is going pretty well since the arrival of the Royal Court. Just bringing down those Serpent Guard. Chasing them away. Serpent's Fangs, sorry, not Serpent Guard. Serpent's Fangs, there's still 37 of them, but they're about to receive a rear charge. Let's see this come on. Zoom. What? Once again, they got their... Now, did that count? That's my question. They got their lances out, and they did sort of point them down. I don't think it did. I think it would have been worse. I think they would have taken more losses had that actually counted. Don't know what's going on with your Royal Court right now, Clix, but it's a shame. Okay, coming back on in. Good, that's what you want to see. That is definitely what you want to see. Down to 30, 24, 20... Oh, Jesus criminy. 18. Two of them did get dropped for that, but that's definitely a worthy charge. That's more than what we've been wanting to see. You know, that's what we deserve from the Royal Court. But because the Serpent's Fangs have not been able to come on in, the elites of the Gwathi Arthand, sorry, oh yeah, there's still one Gwathi Arthand, and the Gwathi Meridain, and of course those the Troll Slayers who I think have sacrificed themselves in that melee. It's been enough. If the Serpent's Fangs were able to get stuck on into that without being pestered by Cav, then that would have been enough. Now the problem is, when those Cavaliers do get around, this is another thing I'd maybe be tempted to save the Temple Guard for, is just messing with the Cav if they sort of showed up behind us. But the Temple Guard are needed in melee, so you know, you kind of want to use their ammo, but with those bloody Royal Court just still drifting, it's messy, dude. So Nazhai fighting alongside Temple Executioners and some Uruk-hai infantry, and now some crossbowmen just jumping on forward. Crossbowmen, of course, really nothing to be, you know, screamed about in melee, but they are heavily armored, which you know, it's unlike just sending forward your blooming little goblin archers at the end of a fight. These guys are going to take a lot of hits before they actually go down. What time are we on, I wonder? Gonna have some grilled chicken tonight. I don't know, probably pasta. I do grilled chicken and pasta a lot. It's kind of my go-to. Snag of Skirmishers coming on forward. Actually, I say that's my go-to. It's been a while. That's why I'm kind of excited about it. Sorry. Excited about my grilled chicken, okay? Screw off. Crossbows coming on around. Yeah, really just flooding on through. I said that they'll take ages to die, and they've actually been brought to pieces. 42 of them there, just trying to break through that pike line. Oh, damn, some of these pikemen are actually staring. There's only 5 of them, though. So, yep, these Mithlond pikes were sent in at the right time. Blade Masters coming on forward now. Temple Guard are still standing, though, so if they can get a good volley on them. And Orc Jave's there, too. Pimps, yeah, he's pulling back now. I think he's kind of seen how much damage they could actually go through, and he's getting out of that fight now. Because they're required for this. What are we at? 96 for 95. God heal him. Oh, the Godflame were over in that mess of a fight too, so that's probably another reason why Camping Panda's forces were cut down in the end. And they don't really have anything more to fear from this side. There's still a little red mark, which I think are the Serpent's Fangs, but they are, yeah, they're just getting focused down by the what's left of the Royal Court. But Camping Panda can micromanage the hell out of this. It's his last unit. Oh, are we going to play Ring Around the Rosies? That was a good move. Kind of just stopped their charge and then tried to get into melee with them, but it didn't work out. But you know, it was a smart move. And Clix micromanaging that cav too? Is he? I don't think he's got anything left over here. Yeah, so we are just seeing two players just like having a little duel here with their elite units. Now Clix should, oh, and definitely with a little bit of help from Pimp, the cavalry should win this. And it really is just Camping Panda doing his best to keep the cav busy and, if possible, take some of them down. But now that they've been grabbed by the Harlenden Guard, there's nothing he can really do. He's done his best. And one more good charge, I think that's it over. Probably gonna just observe that that final charge. See, this is my mistake. I would have charged like halfway over here. I just charged way too far away. Way further than you really need to. Saying, oh, they dropped a few. Yeah, good. But no, that's the last that we'll look at over there. Actually, oh, I think we've got something silly going on here. What's this? These guys broken. Dunedain Rangers, they're broken. Did these guys win? That's my question. I don't see them. But looking on over here, this red unit. Dismount. I thought that was maybe them winning up against the Isengard Snaga skirmishers. I don't see. Oh, one guy. Oh, no, he's Methlon Swordmaster. There's three of them. Where are your two friends, dude? Weird. Okay, right. I swear that's the last I'm gonna do. Just looking around the map. We're gonna be focusing on the actual fight here now. Orc Javi's being pulled out, and they need to use up every single javelin. Temple Guard still looking for a target. Noldor and Blade Masters have appeared. Temple Executioners down to 27. Blade Masters still at 52 though. And oh god, it's just such trash. They're elite units. Oh, my cat's scratching my door. Come on, dude. I was able to do this all in a oneer. Please just relax. I don't like doing cuts because it just makes editing take longer. I'll try to see if he gets bored. But I will end up opening my door, no doubt. Yep, that's some scratching again. God damn it, Basil. Okay, I've got my cat sat in my window, so he wants the window open, but I'm not doing that. I love you, little man. I'm not going to have the neighbours walking by wondering what the hell I'm talking about. It's just not really for me. Noldor and Blade Masters. Yeah, this is really just a challenge between the Noldor and Blade Masters, the Nazai. And nobody's hurting you, little man. I don't know how well his meow's coming through on the mic now since I've sort of turned up the noise gate. Further on. Oh, goodness me, the minimaps. Yeah, there we go. We're back to it. Six Royal Court. They all can get their lances down, though. So that is the important thing. Getting them around to strike the Temple Guard is what we need to do. What are you digging? You started digging on my windowsill. Like there's something there. There's not. Basil, it's empty open space. There's nothing there. I don't know what he's doing. Basil. It's my glasses. I don't know. There's something about my glasses were just offending him. Poor kitten. Right. Noldor and Blade Masters doing their best, which is pretty damn good, to be honest. So, Temple Guard, are they done? Temple Guard are done now. 43 Noldor and Blade Masters. Is there any more help coming? There is no more help coming. I say that. 2 Noldor and Guard. The captain and the banner carrier. Heroic fellows. Just charging on in. And some Harlenden Guard. But that's it. Yeah. So, this fight right now, Blade Masters, no problem. But 44 Temple Guard added on to all of this. Like, the 9 Temple Executioners, they're going to drop somebody. Oh, wait. Did I see Archer Fire? Or was that my imagination? That was my imagination. Yep, that's okay. Cool. So, they're going to do what they can there. Orc Javis, the Orc Javis will be lucky if they kill like 2 of them. Is there still a Naz High? kicking about? No, I think all the Nazhai are gone. Fighting to the death there too, so right. It really is now. Yeah, there's actually some fire coming in. I'm just being blind. I don't have a clue where it's coming from. Oh well. Still, not going to be too much of a bother for the Temple Guard though, who will definitely be able to drop a good few of these Noldor Blade Masters in the very beaten state that they're in, whereas the Temple Guard are pretty much untouched. Got all of their hit points. Temple Executioners down to 5 now. Drop the Noldor Blade Masters down to 40. These guys, okay, the Orc Javs are not running away, so the good thing about that for the attackers is the defenders still have to kill them. They still have to hit them. So every time that a Noldor Blade Master is hitting one of the Orc Javies, that's a hit that could have gone onto a Temple Guard. And that's really going to be quite useful. I said that, there's still one Nazhai. That's actually the Uruk-hai General there. So since he has been put in a unit of Nazhai, he will be pretty powerful in the fight. And I do expect that he'll be able to kill one of these guys. Oh, he's getting like 1v3'd though. But once he breaks, once he dies, nobody's going to get breaking, nobody's going to be panicking about that. Let's go to like 1.5, I think. I don't really want to go to 2 times speed. I think that's a bit too fast. So that is the Uruk-hai General dropped. We did think that would happen. And it was this cheeky little movement with the pikemen just jab, 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 jab. Noldor and Blade Masters still mincing their way on in. Oh, we got 34. 36 Temple Guard. Is there still Executioners about? Actually, I'm going to go back to 1 times speed. I think that's too fast. Oh, I don't know. There's still Cav lurking. I think it's running over here. No, I don't know where it is. Seen him? No, we're not. Temple Guard. 33. Yeah, damn, dude, we need some support. I do not think we're going to get it. But still, that's 99 for 99, which is, it's definitely one of the closer battles. And that was one of the reasons that I was very happy to put it on. Even though, as I say, Umad's done it. Like, if a good battle is a good battle, like, that's great. But still, like, I don't like to do it if you've already sent it to somebody else, no matter how good the battle is. So that's just a general thing. But like, if somebody else in the team, somebody else in the group, in the game even, sorry, I was looking for that word. Somebody else in the game, yeah, the cavalry have arrived now. If somebody else in the game, and even these sword masters, yeah, if somebody else in the game is sending it to somebody, I don't care. Don't worry, you can still send it to me. Just don't personally send it to somebody else. But yeah, Royal Court zooming in and out now, and that should be that. Noldor Blade Masters are so good. They're so powerful, which I love, and it's really it's a cool thing to have. Ooh, 99. Damn close, real damn close. Great map. Good play from everybody. Everybody there was an experienced player. Yeah, like. Yeah, there's no new players among them, so that does, like, what did we get from healed casualties? Even when they got healed, they're still at 85% casualties. So if we were playing some sort of campaign battle, your armies are still messed up after that. Let's go for Pimp. He's got his Blade Masters there racking up a lot of kills, and a lot of those kills were Temple Guard, Temple Executioners, Nazhai, just general Uruk-hai guys, so it's great. Noldor and Guard, as I say, I think they're good enough to be like an elite unit on their own. Mithlon Pikes, 325. 1,087 kills for those Wardens. That's absolutely, astronomical. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, definitely one of the higher kill counts that you'll ever see. If a unit is getting more than 1,000 kills, and you've not engineered that situation, that's freaking great. For Lindon Marines there. I think maybe those for Lindon Marines were the guys massacring the Snaga. It could have been, but still, like, great kills. And the other guys got like 162, so you cannot be too suspicious. Yeah. As for Pimp's play all the way through, talked about a lot of that with Cav, and how everybody was backing each other up with while he's focusing on the Cav, everybody else is doing other stuff. And that's generally the way that I think you should always try to do it when you're doing a Cav Sally. Try not to all bring Cav. Just try to have somebody so that they can micromanage it. But saying that as well, if you know you're going to be safe, like on a map where you know that somebody's going to take a really long time to actually get to you, then yeah, like, because then each person can just micromanage the hell out of one unit, and you can get so much use out of it. Instead of some guy trying to command 3 or 4 units of cav. Good, he's settled down now, isn't he? He's in the sun, he's relaxed, he's just snuggled up against the corner. Good boy. Yeah. So I think that was great from everybody there. Overall, all defenders doing very nicely. I kind of had an issue with like Clicks and his men at arms there, because that sally out did really, really well, and I loved it. And it just could have been amazing, even without cav support. Just getting the other men at arms unit coming around the back and just slamming the back of those Uruk-hai. Uruk-hai would have been finished. Now, would it have changed anything in the grand scheme of things? No, but still, I would have quite liked it. I love that a battle like this is an average victory. It's like, keeper's sake, a 99% of everybody dead. It's like, oh, just an average victory. There's no like bloody catastrophic, battle of the ages. Camping Panda there, talked about that a lot. I really, really enjoyed what Camping Panda did and how he was playing there. I think he definitely picked up on the cues and charged in there to sort of grab these guys so that they couldn't support Pharaoh, because Pharaoh was doing very, very well, and had he had just a little bit more time before the swamp of elven reinforcements turned up, this could have gone very differently. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it, and it was good that he was able to like keep up the attack on his side, because he attacked very early and he kept the attack going for ages. Of course he didn't like make too much ground, but he just kept it up so that the people couldn't move away from him. Awesome boss death. Yeah, that's when somebody chooses to pick on you, you're gonna get picked on. Like, and he was lucky because he had everything that he needed to have. The problem is when the enemy comes out with javelin units or horse archers, and had he just been able to keep safe behind his good and the bad guard and keep safe behind his Witch Realm pikes, that's awesome. But the problem is the Witch Realm pikes got eviscerated by Grey Company and the Mithlond Lancers Javs, and then it was just down to the good and the bad guard, and there were 2 units of good and bad guard just trying to chase around like 4 units of cav. It's just not going to work out. 2 of whom were like the best cav in the game, the Mithlond Lancers, sorry, not the Mithlond Lancers, the Gwathi Rockjaw and the Horse Lords of Ulmo. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. And it was a great little sort of brutal charge toward the end. Maybe a little bit too focused on getting to the center, but no, it almost won. Got it down to 2 minutes, so you can't really knock it. Was almost a victory for them, but I think had instead of that, if they had just gone for like killing at that gate, maybe things could have gone a little bit different. But how different, I don't know. King Amar there, yeah. Has King Amar done this battle? I don't know if he has. And that, like, what would have been really good is I should have tried to do like a dual commentary or something with King Amar for this. That would have been really fun. But I'll see. I really liked how he sort of took over the northwest gate there and came through and just sort of tried to back up the eastern gate, or the northeastern. I don't know how best to describe that. I guess like east northeast and then north northeast would be the best way. And then yeah, Legatus kind of disagreed with some of the actions, sort of where he was choosing to send his forces, but it paid off. Like he did rack up a lot of kills there. Yeah, good. Yeah, like no real complaints. Maybe could have sent in those Uruk-hai infantry to like defeat the 2 Arthedain men at arms, but I think it was a case of, now the more I think about it, he was probably just concerned about the cav, the royal court of House Amlaith, just coming in to smash him. So that's why he didn't do it. I didn't think about that at the time. And then yeah, Pharaoh, just good. Like as soon as it came to the time for him to attack, he just went all in, which was smart. I think that this went very, very well for the attackers. Of course, I when it comes to a 5v3, I really think like you can't go wrong by one of you just saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna take a warg," especially when you've got Isengard and Misty. You can just be like, "Hey, yeah, guys, I think yeah, even Angmar's got wargs. Yeah, just be like, hey guys, I'm just gonna take a warg rider, just one, and just to grab enemy cav." And then deal with it with your spearmen or your pikes if you can. So like in a 4v3, maybe not, but no, I think that could have been really beneficial if somebody could have just run around Awesome's forces and just backed him up. Maybe even Camping Panda with like a Mahud Beast Master, the guys on the camels, yeah. Just throwing jabs at them, but then I don't know, could have been good, but anyway, you know, really, really solid. And then, yeah, maybe just a bit too much ranged power throughout for the attackers. Because, like, everybody had quite a lot of... Well, not everybody. Saying that, though, because Awesome didn't have, like, any. Awesome didn't have any ranged units. King Amar had jabs. I should always say jabs, but he didn't have any archers. Camping Panda didn't have any archers. Yeah, maybe. No, I think Pharaoh had quite a lot then, you know, but he should have, because his allies just didn't. So that's why. Yeah, no, so I kind of regret what I said there. No, Pharaoh and Legatus definitely had the right amount of range power there. Oh well, yeah, no. Pretty awesome all around. And thank you guys, and I'll see you later.